Valley News Live and Gate City Bank present the Bison Football Show with head coach Chris Klieman.
The Colgate Raiders rolled into Fargo and they left with no points on the scoreboard. NDSU shuts out the Patriot League champs and roars into an 8th straight semifinal with the Jackrabbits looming. Joining me on set, head coach Chris Klieman, and congratulations to you and your staff, coach. What an impressive performance against a good, disciplined football team.
Yeah, it really was. It was a complete performance, offense, defense, special teams, and we had a great week of practice and had great focus and great energy, and that was a good football team. Really physical. I thought they tackled well on defense, and that proved out on Saturday. And they're well coached, and it was a hard-fought game.
Yeah, each week's a new challenge. It was Troy Anderson in the first playoff game. This week it was the defense. The guys embrace this kind of prep, don't they, where they are preparing for something they're not familiar with.
Yeah, it was great to have a new opponent in here. Our guys were excited about the challenge. I think it was kind of a cat and mouse we were playing with our guys of what's the best defense in the country? Is it the one for Colgate and one for NDSU? And we've amped that up probably a little bit throughout the week, and as well with our offense to say, can we dent these guys at all against a great defense? And both groups took the challenge really to heart.
Yeah, they did. They really matched the challenge. Let's roll the first half highlights here and see how this played out. It was a good crowd, a very engaged crowd, I thought, at the Fargo Dome. Good job by Bison Nation to get noisy in this one. And, you know, James Hendricks, I just feel like he's playing really good football right now.
He's playing great football. He's an excellent tackler in open field. He plays the ball well, and he's quarterbacking our defense right now.
You know, their quarterback's just a sophomore. He does move well.
He's a good player. We knew he moved well. They catch us with a quarterback draw here for a big first down.
Well, the D-line onslaught was on early in this one, wasn't it?
Yeah, they just cut Caleb Butler loose, and Caleb does a great job of securing the sack and take him out of any range of potential field goal range.
So they won the toss, took the ball. It forces a punt. Their punter was very awkward, I would say would be the best way to put it, but effective.
Yeah, it really was. Obviously, we want to field that, and I think he kicked it so poorly.
Yep.
And Shep didn't want to take the chance, and we always tell him, if you better make sure. But our offense was going to be backed up and make some big plays.
Hey, this was a nice tackle by you on the sidelines over here. He got you a little bit.
Oh, Lance undercut me, or Bruce did, but I'll be all right.
Yeah, you're good. That's good to know that. Hey, this wheel route really caused them problems.
Really did. They were playing a defense that I thought would have made it really difficult for them to defend it. We hit it at least twice for big gains. There's Lance on the first one.
You know, it seems like Ty Brooks, we all know he's fast, but I feel like the opponent every week is surprised when he gets to the edge.
Oh, absolutely. I think they always think they have an angle on him, and he's not only quick, but he's got great explosive speed. You
know, he's such a change of pace, too, from Lance and Bruce. He's just a really good complement to those two, isn't he?
Yeah, he really is, and it's great to see him healthy out there.
Yeah, no doubt. I thought Easton was on point throughout the first half here, just really solid.
Yeah, he saw the field so well, and they were trying to double Shep, and he was finding other guys. Here we do get the single coverage because we motioned Shep across, but I thought he saw pictures extremely well.
Yep. Here's the much debated play, a beautiful ball and a great effort by Dallas Freeman.
What a great effort by Dallas, and I think had they called it a catch in live play, maybe it would have held up, but obviously it didn't.
Yeah, it was a great effort by Dallas. Congratulations to him on that. Garrett Wagner, beautiful 9-iron right here.
Great job. Probably shouldn't have fielded this, at least inside the 6, and then we do a great job of swarming, and Ross Kennelly, our long snapper, finishes it off.
Yeah, I thought he put him in no man's land, which made him really make a tough decision there. How about one-on-one tackling in the open field?
What a great play by Jalen Allison. They had the edge on us. If Jalen doesn't make that play, they throw a screen and kind of crack everybody, and Jalen makes a big play.
Cole Karchi starts inside here. Look where he ends up.
Yeah, kind of the design of the defense. They don't block Jabril, so we get the ball thrown quickly. Cole's the guy that's the flat player. It's easy to say all those things, but to execute it at a high level like he did.
We're now in the second quarter, and James Hendricks, again, just a ball hawk out there.
Yeah, really good throw by their guy, and James steps in front. This is the one I thought probably should have been upheld because they upheld it as an interception, but we lose the draw again on the replay.
Yeah, no doubt. Garrett Wagner, this one was a very interesting call. Talk about this rule a little bit.
Well, they say you cannot impede him from catching the football. We didn't think Jabril did. Obviously, he didn't touch him, but they thought he impeded his progress to catch it. So we didn't get that one.
Yeah, no doubt. This is a 4th and 2 right here. They had the play, but the pressure made him make a quick throw.
Yeah, they ran a nice little pick route against our blitz. I think you're right. The pressure caused the errant throw.
Phoenix Sproles is coming along, isn't he?
What a great throw and catch here. Great job by Easton, buying Phoenix some time over the middle, and then in traffic, Phoenix makes a big play.
You know, I asked some of the coaches before the game, which player worries you on the defense, and they said 92, and here he is.
Yeah, we had the wheel route again, but 92 does a good job of disrupting the timing and makes the sack.
Yeah, no doubt. Bruce Anderson gets into the red zone real quick here.
Yeah, they weren't going to allow Easton to run the football, so a lot of those run options, Easton was handing the ball yesterday.
Beautiful play call here on 3rd and goal.
Yeah, great job. We were about the 2-yard line. Really good sell by Ben as he was blocking to the flat, and then Easton does a great job to play fake for a touchdown.
I talked to a lot of people who watched the game, and they all said, man, that number 91 on the Bison defense, he is some player, and he was fantastic. Derek Tuska really coming into his own.
Yeah, they weren't going to block Derek one-on-one on the outside. He beats the tackle for a big sack there.
Wow, impressive day. What an impressive young player he is to watch, no doubt. It's 14-0 at half, so Colgate took a punch early, and they did respond. The defense played well, 14-0 there. You can see Colgate's offense just could get nothing going on our Nodak Insurance scoreboard here. 3rd down conversions, the Bison defense outstanding as always on 3rd down. Just all in all, a pretty good half of football. It was a fun game to watch at that point. Before we get to the second half on the Gate City Bank hot seat, Colin Connor. Colin, what teammate do you relate the best to?
I'm going to have to say Cordell Volson.
Okay. Your favorite member of the Bison coaching staff?
Definitely Coach Kramer.
What sport did you try as a child that you failed at?
Wrestling. It was not very good.
What is your favorite Halloween costume?
Lumberjack.
Okay. What did you get in the most trouble for with your parents?
Probably not answering my phone whenever they called me.
Okay. If you could be best friends with a celebrity, who would it be?
Jennifer Aniston.
Okay. Like her acting, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is the most expensive thing you would buy if you had unlimited money?
Definitely a lake house and hunting land.
Best summer job you've ever had?
Working on the farm.
Well, Coach, still a game at half. It was 14-0. What'd you tell the guys in the locker room?
Well, make great adjustments for starters and then be able to execute the adjustments we made. And I thought the first drive of the second half was going to be really critical. And lo and behold, we put together a great drive that probably put the game out of reach. Yeah,
no doubt. Let's break down this 3rd quarter, look at that drive. And they won the toss and deferred, so they did not have any success early. So the Bison get the ball here, and Christian Watson, I think, is emerging.
Yeah, great play, reading the defense out like Easton did, and then Christian makes a big catch and gets yards after the catch.
Yep, 3rd and 5 at the 50 here, and Dallas Freeman makes a big play.
Yeah, they doubled Shep, and they left Dallas, and Dallas makes a big catch, and he does a good job after the catch getting some extra yards.
Fun to see Seth Wilson get some carries with Lance Dunn being injured in the first half.
Yeah, Seth did a really nice job making some physical runs, getting some tough yards in between the tackles against a really good defense.
Yeah, no doubt. Here is where you can see the zip on the ball from Easton's stick.
Yeah, great job by Easton. There wasn't, the original look wasn't open. He went back to Gents, threw it between a couple defenders for a big play.
Another slant here from Easton's stick, a great throw.
Yeah, this was a big-time play. We knew it was going to happen fast. Shep does a good job of getting the DB to open his hips, crosses his face, and Easton puts it low in a way that only Shep can get it.
It's 21-0 at this point, so we're mid-3rd quarter right now. I really did like T.J. Hall, this player on defense for Colgate.
Yeah, great tackler. Gets off blocks, hard to block, and he's an excellent tackler.
Yeah, physical competitor, no question about it. Seth Wilson, here's some tough yards.
Yeah, this great job by the Rams. Crew chiefs getting a big push, and Seth just riding the waves like we talk about and getting a big gain.
Phoenix doesn't come down with this, but it shows his ability to get open and also a beautiful deep ball.
Yeah, and the best thing about that was he ran away from the defender, and some great things are going to happen for Phoenix Sproles over his career.
Speaking of running away from defenders, here goes Bruce Anderson. That safety, he ran away from him.
Yeah, 3rd and 1, and we make a good call on a power run. Bruce bounces it outside, and Bruce isn't going to get caught in the open field.
You know, I'll give Colgate some credit. They're well coached. They certainly did not give up. They kept playing hard. They played hard till the final whistle, and they kept competing even on offense.
Yeah, they really did. Once again, this quarterback's a good player. He scrambles well. He's good moxie in there. But we were going to be bound and determined to keep these guys out of the end zone.
Yeah, and he didn't have time to throw all day, but when he did have time, you can see he has a little ability to throw the football.
He does. They have a nice scheme on offense, and obviously they want to ride a good defense.
Defensive ends meet at the quarterback here. Wow.
Yeah, great job there. by Greg and Derek, getting a big sack and taking them out of field goal range.
Here comes 91 again, Derek Tuska. Athletic, huh?
Yep. They couldn't block. They put it back on him that time. That's not probably a real smart thing. Tusk isn't going to get beat or get blocked by a back, get a big sack.
Here comes James Hendricks again, just a ball hawk out there in center field.
Yeah, fourth down play. Once again, the defensive end's getting pressure on the quarterback. He's got to pull the ball and throw the ball early, and James makes a big pick.
Well, we're moving to the fourth quarter right now, and again, Ty Brooks, speed on the edge. You see it's 28-0. They had trouble with Ty Brooks, I thought.
They did, and we condensed the formation, got into a 2 tight end set, and tried to hit some edge runs on them. They hadn't seen that formation a whole lot, so we thought that we could probably get the edge on them.
Boy, Tanner Volson had the big guy out in front of him there blocking. That was impressive. You see Phoenix Sproles, his first touchdown here. That's great to see.
It was so cool and so happy for Phoenix. We worked that route all through practice. Happy that Phoenix was able to come back, get his first score, and nobody was more happy than Easton for him.
Yeah, no doubt. Great to see the sideline erupted. You can tell they like this kid a lot. The total yards, Colgate only had 157. When you hold a team under 200 total yards, that's very impressive. Again, the third down defense, 1 of 12 for Colgate. The Bison very efficient on the other side of that, 7 of 13. All in all, on our Nodak Insurance scoreboard, impressive shutout. It's hard to get shutouts in the quarterfinal round. 35-0 is the final. Let's hear what the players had to say after the game.
Obviously, yeah, it's a really good defense, and they won a lot of games. That's hard to do. And so we knew it would be a tough task coming in, but at the same time, we've got really good players on offense, and we're able to rotate a lot of guys and find different ways to get the football and be creative to get guys, one-on-one opportunities and open in space. And so it was a really good plan. And then bottom line is guys played hard and executed.
He was telling us that they had the best defense. I think just trying to get us ready, but I think everybody in the room knew who it was. So
I love being out there playing with the guys next to me, and just being able to contribute to the field is really what makes the team successful and has trust with Easton and all the receivers. So it's just another target he can throw to.
There's just so much tradition here, and there's just an unbelievable culture that has been established, and I think it just continues to get better. Coach, never lets us stumble and keeps us focused and challenges us every single day, and it's fun playing for him, and it's fun playing with this group of seniors and with this team because there's so many good leaders and just really good people, so it's fun.
Really good stuff right there. That Colgate defense had some football players on it now. Overall, they are a classy program, and to nobody's surprise, had great comments in the postgame.
We knew the quarterback was a great player, but to see him throw the ball live was really impressive. His accuracy, his poise, and just how much velocity he was getting on the football. I think that's really what led to some of the missed tackles.
We respected him. We knew he was a great player, but I mean, he really puts a lot of zip on the ball, and if their receivers are getting that little bit of cushion that they need, and he can get it in there as fast as he was, it's really hard to defend. So I think they just really executed very well in the passing game in the second half. They caught us off guard.
All 3 levels of their defense was really solid. They really flew to the ball. That was something that we saw on film and we knew that they were going to do. They did a good job, keeping us off schedule, and then they let the DNs go, and that was really something we had trouble with all day.
North Dakota State has the blueprint for what we want to do. I've said to everyone who listened when we put the film on of these guys, this is the hardest playing football team we've faced.
Yeah, great stuff right there. It's fun to hear the opponent perspective. Our Nodak Insurance player of the game was Bruce Anderson. Bruce went over 100 yards rushing on the day, and he is the first back to do that against this Colgate defense this season. With Lance Dunn injured, it took all of Bruce's talents and all of the talent up front to crack the Colgate defense. Bruce said execution in all phases was key against the disciplined Raiders.
Product of the whole offense, coaching staff from the Rams, the crew chiefs, the receivers, Easton getting us in the proper checks and stuff. So it's a team thing. It's not just one individual.
Coach, the offensive line is really clicking right now, aren't they?
Yeah, they're playing at a high level. The Rams and the crew chiefs, our tight ends and fullbacks, are doing a great job paving the way for our run game and giving Easton time to find receivers. And that's what it takes to be a successful offense. You have to have those guys up front that can control the line of scrimmage.
That's a good point. The tight ends, too, and fullbacks, can't leave those guys out. They really block well. Few injuries started to pop up a little bit. It's that time of year, though. Guys get banged up. Lance Dunn had an elbow injury. Dan Marlette fighting an ankle. They had to retape it during the game. He's tough as nails, though. Blake Williams did miss this game. Any updates on any of these guys?
Yeah, I think we'll get Blake back next week. He went through warm-ups, couldn't go. Dan will be fine. He's a tough kid. Lance will learn more about hurt his elbow. I think we're getting some tests and some MRIs. It's not fractured. We're going to get an MRI either today or tomorrow. So there's still a chance for Lance.
Excellent. Yeah, Dan Marlette is a tough guy. Let's look at some of the young receivers. I feel like they're starting to emerge. We saw Phoenix in this game, but Christian Watson, I think in the last couple of weeks, you know, he's making yards after catch, making good moves. He's got good hands, starting to learn the routes too.
He really is, and he's playing faster, and that's what we always talk about. He and Phoenix just playing faster with Easton, who's always playing at a high level. You're talking about a true freshman and a redshirt freshman that are continuing to gain confidence in our system, and we have a bright future at the wide receiver position.
And just like every other position, how much are they learning from Darius Shepard?
Oh, yeah. Between Shep and Dallas, they learn every day in that film room how to do it the right way. They learn, you know, how to get open, how to read coverages and things, and it trickles down in our program.
Yeah.
Every young kid learns from the older guys in their unit meetings.
Well, guess who's up next as we pop up the bracket here? It's the South Dakota State Jackrabbits with a trip to Frisco on the line. You look at the matchup, it is a Friday night game. It's a 7 p.m., the traditional Friday night semifinal. The Bison have been in it almost every year. You look at the other matchup, Eastern Washington and Maine. That's CAA versus Big Sky. Two Valley teams. The three power conferences are standing tall.
Yeah, I think when everybody saw the bracket come out right around before Thanksgiving, they assumed this would be the matchup. We assumed this would be the matchup. I'm sure South Dakota State thought this would be the matchup. So it's going to be a great game. Two programs that know each other really well, and it's going to come down to execution.
Yep, good road win by the Jackrabbits down at Kennesaw State for sure, no doubt about it. Hey, this offense for the Bison is rolling. We're going to take a dive into Courtney Messingham's head and figure out how he rolls out this Picasso on a weekly basis. Stay with us. Folks, this Bison offense right now is a machine. It is efficient and very unpredictable, and the execution is tight. Colgate had a good plan and great players, but they couldn't plug every hole, and really nobody's been able to do that. Alex Egan takes a look at the current offensive blueprint.
Throughout the course of the season, the Bison will utilize somewhere between 90 and 95% of the total playbook.
Each week, not so much. You know, you're probably going to be more, 50 or 60% of the playbook, just kind of depending on what the other team brings to the table that you need to make sure you're able to handle.
If you want to look at the offense as a building, Messingham would fit the role as the architect, coming up with the blueprints and then handing them off to a contractor to actually put that plan in place. That contractor is Easton Stick.
Very, very seldom do we have guys just running free. As an example, if we have a protection called that maybe doesn't fit the blitz that's going to happen, his ability to get us into a better protection has really kept us from having big loss plays.
Easton has freedom at the line of scrimmage. When a play is signaled in from the sideline, he communicates it to the rest of the guys and then can run that play or check it to another.
And at the end of the day, that's what's most important, is being in the best call that gives us a chance for success. And so Coach Mess and Coach Hedberg give me a ton of freedom to put us in a good spot.
When coming up with the game plan each week, Messingham says the entire offensive staff is providing input based on what they see from the opposing team.
We really have very, very few, quote, arguments in that staff room, and most of it's because all of us understand the bottom line is how do we get in the end zone and what's going to give us the best chance to get there.
Easton is also a part of the process of game planning since he's the one who has to execute the plays. It's important he is comfortable with the plan. Easton also says what the Bison are doing this year isn't different than what was being run before Messingham came to the program.
He's brought in new concepts in the passing game, a little bit of stuff in the run game as well that I think just built upon what we had established with Coach Polasek, and he does a really good job of putting our players in the best spots to be successful. And
because Stick is more comfortable and is able to understand why they are running the plays that are called, the Bison offense is allowed to be more versatile and show different things to the defense.
That's one thing that credit to Coach Mess that he's unbelievable at, is putting together a plan that, gets guys the football in space and allows them a one-on-one opportunity. And in offensive football, that's really all you need, is a one-on-one with somebody in space. And so Coach Mess does a great job doing that.
For the Bison Football Show, I'm Alex Egan.
Really, Coach, there's two parts to this. The coaching by Courtney Messingham and Connor Riley, and then the smarts of Easton Stick. That's quite a combo.
Yeah, it's a collective effort, like Courtney said, with all of our offensive coaches. Everybody has an input in the plan, which is what Courtney wants, and then ultimately we give it to Easton, and Easton watches a ton of film, and he has an input as well. And so when you have that many people working closely together that get along so well, you end up having great success.
Yeah, this offense is impressive right now, folks. Enjoy it. It's impressive to watch. Well, in this week's Peterson Farm Seed Future Crop of Bison, speaking of offense, we check back in with highly touted quarterback Trey Lance. Trey has been working on footwork and under center elements of the Bison offense. He has traveled with the team to soak up as much as possible from the great Easton stick. He is big and athletic and smart, and he also has quite a future ahead of him.
Not even during practice, but what we learned, just film study in the mornings with Easton, and before practice with Coach Hedberg and offensive staff. That's huge. Just the off the field stuff. Obviously, the practice reps helps a ton. It helps more than being on scout team. You actually get to go through the plays that we'd run, see the defense that we're going to see the week of the game.
Well, how has his year gone? Do you feel like he's progressing?
Yeah, he's doing a great job. Obviously, he's learning from Easton. That's the biggest thing, taking a ton of practice reps, limited game reps, but that 4-game rule has allowed him to take some reps, and it'll give him great confidence going into competing with the other guys in the spring.
Yeah, no doubt. Bright future for Trey Lance. It's fun to have him in the program. Well, we'll talk a little bit more about that big game Friday night. It's a massive one with South Dakota State. Stay with us. Well, our Verizon look ahead. It's a massive game, folks. We need that dome alive. It's Friday night. It's the Jackrabbits. It's the Bison. A trip to Frisco is on the line. Could we have any more involved with this game?
Boy, we need a great crowd. We need a loud crowd. It's going to be a great atmosphere. Two really good teams that know each other so well, and I know our guys are excited about the challenge.
They've seen the regular season atmosphere. They've seen even a playoff atmosphere. They have not seen a semifinal atmosphere. Bring it, fans. Bring it to the Dome this week. We'll see you there. The Bison are undefeated. 1 win away from Frisco. It's a fun time. Enjoy it.